beautiful Labor Day. I mean, Memorial Day yesterday. I hope they enjoyed themselves. Had time off. I had 3 days off. I loved it. I loved it, and I loved every bit of it. Um, I want to talk about Claressa Shields just for a little bit. Ever since they put out the petition for her, she's have been quiet. We haven't heard anything from Claressa Shields. I went on her Instagram page yesterday, and the last picture she posted was 4 days ago. Now, today she may have posted something else, but usually, she posts something every day. So, anything for 4 days, that speaks a lot. And she just need to tone things down. She is just too masculine, too out there. She just need to tone herself down. She is just too angry. And I don't want Claressa to go away forever, but I do want her to take a 6 month break, maybe a year, you know, because she's, it's getting weird seeing her every day online, or she saying something about papoose, making papoose like an idiot, making herself look like an idiot. But I have to say, yesterday when I went on her Instagram page, the last picture I saw her was 4 days ago. So maybe somebody in her team talking to her, telling her to tone it down just a little bit, telling her to stop the weird shit. Maybe she's just trying to tone it down a little bit. And she don't have to be in our faces all the time talking about Papoose being her man. She can just sit back and relax, and then people will like her again. People will enjoy her again. But she's an excellent fighter. I see I got somebody in my chat. Hi. I'm happy whether I have one person in the chat or zero in the chat. Hi. But anyway, I think the world, the public is getting to her. Is she trying to tone it down? Just because yesterday, like I said, I went on her page and the last thing she posted was 4 days ago. That was yesterday. I don't know about today, but she seemed like she trying to tone it down a bit, and that's all we want. We don't want this wild, crazy woman acting like a banshee, all up in our faces, telling us that she's beautiful. We don't need nobody telling us that she's messing with a married man. We don't need nobody telling us about other women personal lives, because your sex life should be sacred and nobody should know about your sex life or what you got going on. That's supposed to be private. Whether you're married or not married, that's supposed to be private. And the world don't need to know what you got going on. I want this lady, while she's staying out of the spotlight for a while, and I hope she's getting therapy. I hope she gets some etiquette lessons. I hope someone teach her how to eat properly, because the world is just tired of that, just that alone. And I chose this picture right here because it shows how toned she was, because she was getting a little fat or whatever. But I see why she tried to work so hard on trying to feminize herself. I'm not like judging anybody, but she did need a little help on feminizing herself, because she's a little butch right here. And I know she's a boxer and everything, but I see why she was trying to feminize herself, and she was trying to look like Remy. I can see why. She needed a lot of help. And I'm not dissing her or downing her, but she did need a lot of help. Mm-mm. This is Ray J. He fought somebody over the weekend named Superfire. I think that's the name, Superfire. And he got knocked the fuck out. And Ray J only his heart can only beat 25%. Word on the curve is he back in the hospital. This man shouldn't have been in nobody ring trying to motherfucking fight. I don't know if he trying to kill himself or he wanna die, but if your heart is only beating at 25%, he shouldn't have been in nobody ring. He shouldn't have been up there parading around with his shirt off, out of shape. He can't withstand those punches and hits like that. The man, he ended up looking like a motherfucking cartoon character after that guy finished whooping his ass. It was just ridiculous. And word on Kurt, he was, he been in the hospital today. And they say he got pneumonia. Anybody I knew that had pneumonia, they had the house in Virginia. And Ray J, he is out there with how he get down in the bedroom. Then they say he messing with both sexes. He messing with women and men. He have a best friend named Back Shots, and he loves saying that he's in the agency. Now I'm not saying he have the house in Virginia, but I think he had a house in Virginia. Usually when you had a house in Virginia, they try to top it off and say, "Oh, it's pneumonia and all that." But I think he got the house in Virginia, and when you had a house in Virginia, it can affect anything. It can affect your heart. It can affect your mind, your eyes, or whatever. And maybe his heart was weak already, and I'm gonna say allegedly because nobody said he got the house in Virginia, but I think that's what he really got, and that's why he having heart problems and everything. I believe he know this, and that's why he want to take himself out. He don't want to be here because when he got the news that he had a bad heart and it was only working at 25%, he went out the next day. He was snotting coke allegedly. He was doing drugs allegedly. He was drinking allegedly. You would think if somebody's heart is only beating at 25%, you would chill the fuck out. I know I would. I'd be resting. I rest every motherfucking chance I get. Because I don't know what might, excite me and take me the fuck up out of here. That's me. That's me thinking with a normal motherfucking mind. But yeah, this man, oh my God. I think he just trying to take himself out of here. He is trying to put his body through so much trauma and stress because he is no longer happy. His wife then left him. He can't see his kids. And back in November when we saw him with his wife and kids and he so-called pulled out a pow and all that, the man just went downhill from there. And I think the man just wanna just off himself. He just wanna take himself out of here because he's not happy, and he's trying to put it all out on the line. By him telling people that he go both ways. He tried to say it playfully, but he swing both ways. Cause I never forget, I was watching a Danny Boy interview online, and Danny Boy said him and Ray J got down in a barbershop. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. So I think he got the house of Virginia, because he swing both ways. He mess with men and he mess with women, and he don't care what he crawl up in. As long as he get to crawl up into something, he's such a man. But yes, I'm sad to hear that he had to go back to the hospital, and I think he's just trying to harm himself. Ooh, I've been talking for 9 minutes. I don't like to be up here too long. I don't like to be one of them YouTubers that keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's not me. But I just wanted to get on here, speak my piece and everything, see what I gotta say. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I have 1,601, and I want my subscribers to keep going up. Thank you to everybody that follow me and everything. Hit the like button and comment in the comment section when you can. Bye.